Well, good morning. So this is our final sea day. Unfortunately, we do exit the ship tomorrow. Uh, and Melanie is resting a little bit, not feeling great, so she's in the room, and we plan on getting together for lunch here in a little bit. But in the meantime, I'm going to be taking you around the ship, a few of the different levels. So I am here on deck four. Right up here is some of what we've already probably seen. Is deck five. Up there's the karaoke bar. And so right down here on deck four, on each of the ships, like I've said before, they're all laid out very similarly. And down here at the bottom of these stairs, coming down from five to four, they always have some piece of, I'll say, pop art, something of that nature. So this interesting flamingo, I don't even know what to call it, but these flamingos are down here for that on this one. So down here, we also have the attic bar, which currently they're having an event in there. It's actually an art auction. Um, Different things going in there on this particular ship, particularly the comedy shows happen in there. And some DJs and everything like that most nights. So your disco, quote unquote. Over here is the Diamond Lounge, which I won't be able to go in. But for all you that know, you're big up on the Royal Caribbean ladder. You'll have access in there, that private club. Down up here to the left is the left and right. Left right here is the casino going that way, and the casino going in this way. Now, I don't know which is which, but my understanding is one side leads into the non-smoking area, and one side leads into the smoking area. So I'll have to determine which one it is. So and then here is Studio B. A lot of stuff goes on here. We were here last night for the Crazy Quest, which was a lot of fun. And this is where they also have the ice skating rink. They are about to have a game show, Kitchen Nightmares, in here. Okay, so a gentleman was just walking by and I asked him, and so the entrance here to the casino on the right is the non-smoking side. And obviously then the entrance over here to the left will be the smoking side. So that way Now, of course, I'll be honest with you, when I've been in there, there's been a lot of smoking going on the non-smoking side anyway. When the staff does notice it, they will say something, but it's not as often as maybe some of us that don't smoke would like. All right, so heading up from deck four up to five, which let me pull this back a little bit, which is really the main entertainment area, these two decks, but especially here on five. Like I was showing you before, boleros on this side. Starbucks right there, and then Spotlight Karaoke on this side. The Spotlight Karaoke is different from the other ships, only by name, but it is more of a devout karaoke spot as opposed to the ones on the other ships on air, where they have karaoke, but they're not, more like that. But it is a very nice area in here. Much nicer, if you ask me, than the on-air locations on the other ships. All right, here on the last day, of course, they're I don't want to say clearancing, but they're giving good discounts on some of the Royal Caribbean merchandise that they normally would have over here in the shop. Some of your higher end stuff, obviously, still going to be in there, not going to be on discount. But plenty of stuff out here. Your normal, I want to say it's two for $30. Yeah, so two for $30 on the t-shirts, and there's going to price you on the rest of this stuff. Let's see, buy four get one free on the handbags, things of that nature. So doing some clearancing and whatnot, try and get that last bit of money out of all of us. Of course, Sorrento's over there. We haven't really done much with Sorrento's on this particular cruise, but we did sit last night and have a slice each. So not hadn't eaten there as much as we thought we would, as we normally do. One of my favorite spots on any of these ships right here is the pub. Live music most every night. We actually haven't spent a lot of time here this time either, just because I will say, if you're interested in coming in here for the live music, get here early because it packs. One of the things that on each of the ships here in the Promenade that they have is typically, I'm going to say it's typically a car, but may not always be, come to think of it. But I know in the ones that we've been on, it's always been a car here in this particular spot, just in front of the Rising Tide bar and the next cruise and the Promenade Cafe. And this is the car here on the Wonder of the Seas. Now, my brother-in-law owns and operates a restoration, Mustang restoration, classic car restoration business in Dallas, Georgia. Okay, so over here in the Promenade Cafe, you can get bites to eat all day till late at night. Little bites here, little sandwiches, fruits, things of that nature. And you can also get your Starbucks drinks, although you cannot get your specialty Starbucks drink. There is the Starbucks down on the other side of the Promenade where you can get those. And the one thing that a lot of people don't realize when you come in here is that you don't have to wait in one line. Typically that you have line over here for your coffee, and then if you're wanting food, line over here for your coffee, and if you're wanting food, you can come stand over here and somebody will come and attend to you. There tends to be a lot of confusion about people just hanging out in one line and getting backed up. So know that when you come in here. Okay, and over here, just on the rear side of the Mustang, is the Rising Tide bar, which actually, I don't remember how often. Is it every 30 minutes, every 15 minutes? I don't really know how often. But you can get on board here, and typically they have a lot more chairs and whatever. I don't know what's happening. They don't have as many. And it actually does rise up to, goes up 2 levels. It's a slow ascent up to the top there. But it's a pretty neat little, it is a pretty neat little area to check out once or twice, to be honest with you. Once you done it once, it's kind of whatever. Okay, and there is guest services right over here. Anytime you like me, constantly losing my key card. And then another item that is different on this ship that, let's see, was it the Allure, actually has a martini bar over here. However, on this one and the Symphony, I believe it's the Symphony, they have this Bionic bar. It's an interesting concept. So a lot of people complain that the drinks are a little light on the alcohol, but it's an interesting concept. You come over here to one of these iPads, put in your card, tell it what you want, and the bionic arms go up and get your make your drink. And as you're waiting and whatnot, it does have screens here to let you know when your drink is going to be ready. It has a list of which ones are being made, and even a countdown, so you know about how long you have to wait. Like I said, pretty cool concept. Okay, and up here on deck 6, this is where you come and schedule your short excursions and things. And on the other side of here, you have the picture package, the photo package, etc. They have that's where you go to see your pictures, go through them, etc. Also, they do have a lot of photo equipment. With my little mishap with my GoPro, falling over into the sea, we did have to come over here and buy a new one. So, and the prices actually aren't that bad. I mean, it was a little bit of a markup compared to what I could have gotten it, but you're kind of stuck at that point. Okay, so across from there, from the picture place and the shore excursions, you have the Schooner bar. So the Schooner bar is going to be the piano bar. As with our other videos, we enjoy spending time in the piano bars on board with Carnival and whatnot with Eden Parker. Now this tends to be a little more relaxed actually a lot more relaxed than what Eden does. Eden's in a class of his own and is just phenomenal. The gentleman on board, I wish I could remember his name, but been here a few nights. He is very good. He's very upbeat, more so than the gentleman that was on the Allure. So it is a little more raucous than when on the Allure, but again, definitely not at that same level of intensity as Eden Parker on Carnival. But a very, very nice area, beautiful bar area. They make some darn good drinks, although I will say I had them make an old fashioned for me last night, and I don't know what it was. It was not an old fashioned. But they typically make some really, really, really good drinks over here. And it's nice. If you like to people watch, this is a really nice area because it does look out over the promenade. So it's a really good spot to do some people watching. All right, and then coming out of the Schooner bar here, straight through the elevator banks. I know I'm constantly commenting about my two favorite spots on all these ships, which is Central Park and, of course, the Boardwalk. Now I gotta show this. I don't know. I know Melanie said this is supposed to be a dragon. Let me see if I can get this to look up a little further. Yeah, so that's apparently supposed to be a dragon. I'm sorry. To me, it looks like a demonic tapeworm. I don't know. Just strange little art piece, I guess.
What is it? You need to.
Or you can.
All right. One of the things out here, I don't know why I didn't figure it out when we were on Symphony of the Seas previously, but I had read about it. So the whole concept of these horses, these wooden blocks and whatnot, is to show the making of the horses for the merry-go-round in different stages of development. It would seem obvious, but I didn't catch on to that initially. So as you come in through there, over here to the left, you've got the Boardwalk Doghouse. Pretty self-explanatory. All your hot dogs and accoutrements. I'm not going to get up in people's way, but just try and get a quick look. So that's where you go. Come over here for when you're hankering for a wiener. Over here you've got some of your boardwalk type games, arcade, small little arcade area, although there is a bigger arcade area, I do believe, just in these doors. Let's see, I might try to peek in there just for a quick second, see what they've got. Yeah. Yeah, so small, a little bit arcade here. Hey now, I didn't know they had all the classics in here. I'm gonna have to come spend some time. I'll tell you what, anybody out there want to buy something for me for Christmas or just for, you know, being such a great tour guide on these ships, I so badly want an original Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, and Donkey Kong arcade game for my basement. Those three. I don't need any of the other ones. I don't want the ones that they're making now, like those over there that have, you know, all of the different 8-bit games and whatever games from back in the day. I don't need all those. I want those original cabinets with those original games. So as I'm walking around here with the merry-go-round, the carousel, over there on the left, which I did a walkthrough last night, is the candy and ice cream place. And then where Melanie and I plan on having lunch here in a little bit, they apparently, their wings are supposedly really, really good. There is a Playmakers on Symphony, but not on Allure. On the Allure of the Seas, you have Sabre, which I was constantly mispronouncing as Sabor, but they do have Sabre, Mexican restaurant on the Allure. This is a much upgraded version of Playmakers from the one on the Symphony, but obviously this is your sports bar and grill concept. We did have a little bit to eat here the other night. I think we shared a hamburger, but I didn't get any of the wings, so I definitely want to come back up and for lunch here and grab some wings. But very nice area, sports bar concept in here. And right across from there, of course, is Johnny Rockets. And Johnny Rockets seems to be a staple on all of these class ships. At least, again, the Allure, of course, the Wonder, and the Symphony that we've been on. And I'm assuming on the others. Now, I've not gotten up to do the Abyss yet. I'm going to have to do that today. We've got a lot to try and get fit in to get up there for you guys. But that looks like a lot of fun. And then over here at the back of the boardwalk area is the Aqua Theater. We have your water show and different game shows and things that go on throughout the time on board. But I'm just not much for shows like that. But everybody raves about the Aqua show and how phenomenal it is. But I've not experienced it. One of these times we're on board, I'll actually sit down and watch it. But it's just not really been my thing. I'm just not into shows like that. And so then you also, over on the sides here, you do have your rock climbing walls. But you're not going to get my fat rear up there. See if I can get it in there. There we go. So I never can remember. One side is for the more experienced climbers, and one side is for the novices, or people that just may not be as experienced. I never can remember which side. All right, so we are up here on the boardwalk. Deck 6, and they are having a little festival. So what exactly is going on now?
It's called the Family Festival or the Wonder Festival. And it's just like an hour of like family time on the place, but an extra games set out and a fondue station with different chocolate fondue, that is, chocolate fountain with a bunch of fruit and desserts, a cotton candy machine, popcorn, we'll show you all that in a minute. Down at the Aqua Theater, a live band. I think they're just getting started. So yeah, just good family time.
So after a long day of doing the tour around the ship for you guys, Melanie and I were able to grab some lunch there at Playmakers, but we have decided that we are going to spend a little time in the pools, rest a little bit, and we'll check back in with you later.
Laughing so hard.
All right, so for our final dinner on board, we are going to Chopps Steakhouse. We're heading there right now. Unfortunately, we are running about 15 minutes late, so hopefully it's not going to be an issue. One cool thing, we finally ran into the roaming piano player. There is a gentleman that has a rolling actual piano, not like an electronic one, but a wooden piano that he rolls around onto elevators in different spots throughout the ship, and we just saw him in an elevator. Melanie got a little bit of footage. Hopefully we'll be running into him again. So thankfully it was not an issue getting us in, even though we were running about 15 to 20 minutes late. So we are in there, and let's see, starting off with just the bread service, but we'll say that
Pretzel bread.
hold on a second. We're having to share a mic because I seem to have lost one of them.
It's here somewhere. All right, so pretzel bread here. Very good, very salty. Could be, but it's very good. And then like a crusted wheat bread. Also good. Not great, but good. The butter's phenomenal.
Yeah, the butter is really, really good.
It's perfect temperature, perfect softness, but not too sweet. Okay.
All right. Well, I am starting off with the carpaccio, which I've always really liked a good carpaccio, and I've had theirs before, and it was really good. So looking forward to trying this out. And Melanie has already jumped into her crab cake. Hold on a second.
So yeah, I'm trying to hurry us through dinner here. Sorry. So yeah, it's good crab cake. Not as good as the one at Hooked, but pretty good.
So as you can tell, I absolutely hated the carpaccio. No, actually, as always, I really enjoyed it. The only problem I have with carpaccio is when it tends to be a little bit salty, but you expect that with carpaccio with what it is. Not good for my liver or probably much else in my body. Heart, kidney, pancreas. What else is in there? Anyway, but it is damn good, and so well, why not partake every now and again?
So this is the goat cheese salad. Has some fried goat cheese here, some candied walnuts, some dried cranberries, a balsamic dressing, some apples. It's absolutely delicious. I've had it before. I'm so excited to dig into this.
And I'm not venturing out much more than I normally do. I went with the lobster bisque. I know it's good. Had it a couple of other times on other ships, and looking forward to getting it. All right, so they did come by and grabbed our plates pretty quickly before the lobster bisque, of course, was very good. The goat cheese salad was very good. So we are on to our mains and our sides, but I got to show you. Of course, the ongoing macaroni and cheese trials and files. The one thing I'm already seeing on this that they're doing right is that they do have the breadcrumbs on top. So at least they got that right. We'll see what else. See what else they if how it. I can't speak tonight. How it stacks up, and we both got the fillets. Mine medium medium rare, and hers is medium. Looks like they got it dead on with yours. All right, so I don't think I don't think I did a video of our desserts, but we got pictures of it, so I will throw those up here as we're talking about it. So I had the key lime meringue, and again, I hated it so much, I ate every last bite, and scraped up any of the most of the crumbs. I'll go back for seconds on the crumbs here in a minute. And Melanie, what did you have?
The warm chocolate cake. Chocolate cakes. Yeah, I wasn't gonna get dessert, but we did, and I'm probably gonna regret every ounce of it, but it was delicious. I ate it all, scraped it all up off the plate. It was delicious. I'm a sucker for a good chocolate cake, though. Chocolate, anything. So it is what it is. It was good.
Okay, so Chopps was really good as we expected. Yes, we have a new #1 in the mac and cheese files. Definitely Chopps so far is best one. It's not your Southern style mac and cheese per se, but it definitely was the best. It had the breadcrumbs, it didn't have the cheddar on top, which is kind of a thing, more of a Southern thing, and the way that I like it. But of what we've had on board any of these cruise ships, definitely Chopps has the best mac and cheese to this point. I'm trying to run down and get us a seat for a game show, The Perfect Couple. So we will check in from there as Melanie is running back to try and do some quick packing, because we're supposed to have everything out and available by 10 o'clock, and the game show's at 9 and ends at 9:45 roughly. So we're going to see how this goes. Okay, so unfortunately that was a strikeout. The one thing that we will put out there, we were just discussing. So it's not a lack of planning necessarily. It is that if you want a good seat for a game show or anything like this, you've got to be there an hour in advance. And if you want a seat at all, you've got to be there at least 30 minutes in advance. So know that with any of these, when you're making your plans in regards to your dinners or anything else beforehand, if it's something you really want to do, keep that in mind, and also let your servers know that you have something that you're trying to get to at a certain time, and they will do everything to expedite getting you in and out at your dinner. So unfortunately, we didn't tell our server that we had this plan, and so there's no seats, and standing room only. Don't really feel like doing that, so we're going to skip this one and see what else we can find.
Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. And I made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. Here I go again on my own. Going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. You think you got it? Oh, you think you got it? But God is just gonna get it till there's nothing at all. Nothing. We get together. The feeling sort of better when the feeling is nothing is forever. Let's finish your whiskey, baby. Losing time. You won't have to go, but you can stay here. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. Take me home. Folks, that's it for me. Thank you so much.
Well, in the iconic words of Semisonic, every new beginning comes with some other beginning's end.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Sadly.
As much as we'd love to, it has come to an end. It's been a wonderful trip. This beautiful woman has done a great job, as always, in setting up a wonderful trip, especially for our 25th anniversary. Really hate that it has to come to an end. The good news, though, is that we can do it again someday soon.
That's true. We do have some more cruises on the horizon, and I'm already plotting a few more. I was so irritable yesterday because it was the last day, and I wanted to stay on board for another week because there's just not enough time to do it all. And yeah.
So it was an absolutely wonderful cruise. Royal Caribbean, as always. I love Royal Caribbean. They did a great job. Like I said, Miss Diserella over here did a great job getting everything set up. Our room was perfect, absolutely perfect location. Just a lot of fun overall. I think I've mentioned once or twice before, a gentleman, an artist on board named Jeff Sornig. Please look him up online. He really made the trip so much fun for us and for everybody on board that was on the Wonder of the Seas Facebook page. It was just it was a lot of fun with him doing his art drops for us to run around and look for, kind of like the ducks. You know, it was a lot of fun, and so he added so much, and you know, I don't know what else to say, but
yeah, it was a good. Definitely consider an Oasis class ship for your next cruise. And please use a travel agent, whether you use Diserella or another travel agent. It helps support a small business, and you're paying for the services of a travel agent whether you use one or not. So get that service, or even if you feel that you are a seasoned cruiser who doesn't need the help, it's still supporting a small business. And oftentimes travel agents, like I know that my agency, we have below public group rates and that means anyone can use those rates with nearly every Royal Caribbean sailing. So you can oftentimes get better rates using a travel agent on cruises, and oftentimes that comes with onboard credit as well. So definitely consider please using a travel agent for your next cruise. And yeah, we'd love to help you.
okay. And of course, like, share, comment, subscribe. We need all of that, guys.
Follow.
We hope you're enjoying the videos. We're going to keep them coming as quickly as I can. The editing takes a heck of a long time, and I do have a full-time job, but I'm doing the best I can. Hope you like the stuff. So, once again, like, share, subscribe, comment,
and let us know which cruise line you'd like us to do in the near future.
All right.
In the comments.
Well,
Put in the comments.
Put it in there. We love doing this for you guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Thanks a lot, and I love this one.